everyone, welcome back to another episode of CoinLogic TV. I am your host, The Logical Dude. Today we've got a tutorial video for you really on the only momentum indicator you will ever need for TradingView. It's got 5 major indicators all packed into one, including showing you bullish and bearish divergence indications. So we're going to be getting into talking about the Vumanchu Cipher B indicator. What that is basically it's a free version, an open source version of Cryptoface's Market Cipher. So it's the exact same thing. I tried the original Market Cipher version. I paid for 5 months of it. I paid $450 to access 5 months of it. It made me some money, so it was cool. It paid for itself, but at the same time, it was like $450. And then I found this version for free, tested them against each other, and they're the exact same thing. So if you don't want to pay a whole bunch of extra money to get the same market indicators that a lot of these major crypto investors, these major crypto traders are using, then go to the links down in the description below, and you're going to find the VMC Cipher B indicator with divergences, and then we also have the VMC Cipher A as well. So the A, which is the one that's on the actual price action chart, I'll put the link in the description down below, but we're really going to be focusing on the Cipher B indicator today in today's tutorial. I don't use the Cipher A as much as some people. I find it to be a little too busy, and it does throw some good sell signals, but that's been about the only thing that I've been able to find it to do. I'm one that I like simple moving averages and patterns, support and resistance, that kind of thing. I find that the Market Cipher A can just get a little too busy with all these little dots and all this kind of stuff that show up everywhere. So we're going to be talking about the bottom indicator, the momentum indicators, and that's Market Cipher B. So what it has built into it is it has the stochastic RSI, regular RSI, it has the money flow indicator, it has basically what is essentially the MACD. It's a momentum indicator. And then we have the VWAP, which is the volume weighted average price indicator. So that's all built into one, plus it shows you the divergences. So we're going to show this to you in real time on the Bitcoin chart here in just a moment. But down here on this page, like I said, the link's going to be down in the description below. You can see all the release notes. You can come down and add it to your favorite indicators right here on the open source script. And then you can actually see the open source script down here, which is really cool. That's what I like about TradingView. So yeah, come and check that out for yourself. You can also, like I said, I'll put the link for the Vumanchu Cipher A indicator as well. You can add it to your favorites right from that from that website. But let's get right on over into talking at the charts, looking at this thing in real time. All right. So I personally, in my setup, I do not use the stochastic RSIs as much. I actually turn that off. So you can go into your settings and go and adjust this however you want to adjust it. And because TradingView is playing so much fun with Safari today, I'm actually having to reload the page to come in here and launch the settings. So here's where you can come in here and you can adjust the inputs, and you can turn on and off different things. This is where I come in here and I turn off the stochastic RSI, where it says show stochastic RSI. That is where I actually turn that off. So you can turn that on or off. That's up to your choosing. You can turn on or off any of these. So if you don't want to see the regular RSI, if you'd rather see the stochastic, then you can switch those. If you want to see them all, turn them all on. That's completely up to you. And you can also come in here and you can also change the style of the different indicators as well. So you can change some of the colors, lines, and that kind of thing to make it, however you want to make it. It gives you the opportunity to do it right here in the settings. So it's a really versatile plug-in there. I really need to essentially pay for TradingView because I am tired of looking at ads. So there you go, guys. You got you some ads right there on the video that I didn't invite. Is what it is. but I will eventually pay for TradingView. If you pay for a monthly payment on TradingView, you don't see ads, and then you get some extra features and stuff. But really, it's just I click through a couple of ads and I'm done. I try to use everything for free if I can help. If I can help it, that's more money in my pocket. If I don't have to pay out a monthly fee, then I get to stack more crypto. That's kind of the way it goes. So let's take a look, a really deep dive, closer look at this indicator. We're going to send it full here. All right, so we're going to get rid of the price action, and we're going to take a look at the indicator itself. All right, so what we have up here, this top line, where we got the purple and it turns to red, that is your RSI. So the RSI up here shows when it goes above the 60 line, it turns red. And what that is basically telling you that it's in bullish territory. It's heated up. We're in hot territory. So you're 70 is still, of course, overbought, but 60 is where this thing turns red. It's in the neutral zone between 60 and 30. Once it hits the 30 range, then it's going to turn green, and that's going to indicate oversold. That means the price has been oversold. Your sellers are losing steam, and it may be time to look for buying opportunity. Okay, so that's your RSI, this top line. Now these little connection lines here, what this is showing bearish divergence. So what divergence is, and let's open it back up to the price action. Let's turn off this Market Cipher A, because again, that's a little too busy. So you can see that we've got some divergence here on the price action. So your RSI had a high and then a lower high, where your price action had a high and then a higher high. Well, when you have the discrepancy in the price action versus the momentum, eventually you're going to get a drop. Whoop, and that's exactly what happened. So you get the sell signals, and you can see how the momentum just absolutely took a plummet. And you can see how the indicators, when you work all this stuff together, you can see the direction of the markets. You can see these trends happening. If you're playing them on a longer time frame, of course, everything is going to be a bit more accurate. But they work really well on the short-term time frame. So I like really getting in there. Occasionally, it's still considered gambling in my opinion. But when you go down to the 1 minute, the 5 minute time frames, and you're doing some crazy scalp leverage trading and that kind of thing, this indicator can come into some serious play here when you're finding these bottoms. But it can also get, really noisy, along with the price action of these lower time frames. It works really well on like the 1, 2, and 4 hour time frames. But me, I am just particularly a fan of the daily time frames. That's when I make the best money, is on these longer swings, because you've got bigger swings and you've got bigger percentage gains that you're playing versus playing short-term time frames. So it just depends on your trading strategy, but the Cipher indicator is absolutely epic for all time frames. Really any, crypto, it's made for crypto, but it works well for stocks as well. I use it for options trades and that kind of thing. So this is a very, very strong indicator. But you can see how that divergence plays out. So when you got your RSI, you got a high on the RSI. Well, you got a high here. Well, the price action kept rising. You got a higher high here, but on the RSI, the momentum has actually been dropping. So it's been going the opposite direction. So you've got bearish divergence. Okay, so that's what these red lines are indicating. Now, when you go the opposite direction, so when your price action keeps falling, but your momentum is starting to get stronger and higher, that's where these green lines come into play, and that is your bullish divergence. So it really tells the entire tale for you. Okay, so we've talked about the RSI and we've talked about the divergence. So what we've got here, this yellow line, is the VWAP. So that's your volume weighted average price. You can see it runs along the similar kind of track that the RSI does. Most of these momentum indicators really kind of tell the same type of story, but just in a different fashion. So the blue wave, so this big blue momentum wave is what this is called, is essentially the same thing as the MACD. They don't say it's like the MACD, but just from, experience, it's basically the MACD. So what you have here, instead of having lines cross on the MACD, is you've got these little white these little white momentum indications that come down. So it follows the big blue wave. And then as this closes is when you get these buy signals, these green buy signals. So, and then the momentum will come up and you can see where it starts to kind of turn. And then you got your sell signal. It drops a little bit, buy signal, rises up. So you can see how this rises. So when we jump over the zero line here, you can see how the white line shows that your momentum is rising up, but then it's going to eventually cool off. Dang it. All right. Note to self, we're paying for TradingView for these videos, if not for anything, for these videos alone. Because I don't want to show their ads. I'd rather show my ads if I'm going to show anybody's ad. Anyway, getting back to the indicator. So you can see how those work, and how when you use this Market Cipher indicator along with your price action, really can't go wrong. It's everything you need all in one spot. So if you don't want to have to pay for the TradingView option to get like more than 3 indicators on your chart, this is a great way to get at least 5 all into one. So there you go. So this knocks out a big old chunk just in one indicator. I haven't needed anything else in a long time. So what these green dots, when they show up down here, when you get these big green dots, those are going to indicate big price action swings. So looking for these big fellas, these are really good. That's a really good, thing to kind of look out for, these buy signals. What I like is when you get these, like a lower one and then a higher one and then a higher one. So what they call this is an anchor wave, and then you've got trigger wave, and then your price action is going to be rising up. You can be looking for a big jump up on that. So I like seeing even the bigger swings than that. But the next indicator is this red and green wave. So what that is the money flow indicator. So this is telling you when money is flowing out of the market and when it's starting to flow into the market. So it jumps over the zero line, and you can see that there's more money flowing into the market now. So this is when we're getting super bullish. All right. So one good strategy that you can play is, if you're wanting to long, is that you can find these good bottoms, the anchor and the anchors, or the anchor and the trigger waves. And then you can find where the kind of the money flow is going to start flowing back into the green. So you can find your lowest setting and then buy in and then ride it up. So buy in the red, sell in the green kind of situation. And it gives you some pretty good sell signals too. So you can follow a lot of those along with the price action. You see where these sell signals hit? That's basically when markets are dropping. So it's a pretty spot on indicator. I have been enjoying it immensely. So like I said, I did actually pay for the original Market Cipher indicator. Made some trades, made my money back after, a couple of months kind of thing. Was playing with, a couple of thousand, doing some leverage trading, and getting a little degenerate with it. But I ended up making my money back, so I was happy with that. But I really like that I didn't have to continue on and keep paying or have to jump up to the bigger one when I found the free version that you can find right there on TradingView. So hope you guys get something out of it. Give it a shot. Go check it out, and just follow along here on CoinLogic TV. Even on the Logical Dude, you're gonna find the Logical Dude channel as well. You're gonna find that I use this indicator a lot. When I'm going to get into the crypto after dark, kind of my illogical trading sessions, when I do go and start playing the 1, 5, and 15-minute charts, that's when you're going to see this thing in some major action. So come give it a follow, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you for joining us today. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Don't get wrecked out there. invest smartly, and remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy on the internet, your favorite digital nomad. So I'm just showing you what I use on my journey for my trading and my investment strategies. So again, have a great day.